Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Tonight on 10 News at 6, a new development in a months-long 10 News investigation.
I do feel that my nanny was 100% a victim of abuse and neglect.
We're working for you to explain why charges will not be filed against a nursing home accused of possible neglect.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for 10 News at 6. I'm Lindsay Ward.
And I'm McKinley Strother. John Carlin is on assignment tonight. After months of investigating allegations of possible neglect, there will be no charges filed against Raleigh Court Health and Rehab Center right here in Roanoke.
As we've reported, the Commonwealth's attorney had been investigating 3 possible cases of neglect there. Now, these came after families were unable to see loved ones in person for months during the pandemic. 10 News reporter anchor Jenna Zipton has been looking into this for months now.
Tonight, she sits down one-on-one with the families and the Commonwealth's attorney. We do want to warn you, some viewers may find these images disturbing.
I feel devastated. I just have been so heartbroken not to have my nanny. And I do feel that my nanny was 100% a victim of abuse and neglect.
But the Roanoke City Commonwealth's attorney says otherwise. After months of investigation, Donald Caldwell says there's not enough evidence to charge anyone in 3 cases brought to their office involving Raleigh Court Health and Rehab Center, including allegations of neglect involving 96-year-old Helen Norfleet.
This is not a situation where we're dealing with bed sores, we're dealing with malnutrition, things that would indicate physical abuse. This is a death that resulted as a result of an injury that appears to be vascular in nature, and the complications that arose from that in conjunction with the pre-existing medical conditions. It's going to be hard to hold any one person responsible for that.
As we've reported, Norfleet had to get 2 toes amputated late last year and later died. Caldwell tells me they talked to several investigators and experts outside of Roanoke. One nurse investigator says Norfleet's toes were cleaned, dressed, and she got her medication. Caldwell said the investigator went on to say the bruising on her body was not significant and consistent with a fall from the bed.
I don't believe this was an intentional act. I don't think there's any evidence to support that. It simply may be a case where, because of all the things that went on during the pandemic, that you just had a bad result for a lot of different reasons. But we can't find and been able to surface anything that would suggest that these were intentional, neglectful acts.
There's no statute of limitations, so if someone with new information comes forward, Caldwell says they'll investigate further.
Anything is better than nothing. You may think it's small, it's really not. I have faith in our justice system, that justice will be served, but I'm just still so heartbroken to not have her.
Caldwell says the regulations around nursing homes are so loose and Virginia needs better laws and definitive standards to work with. For more on the decision and what to do if you have concerns about the care of a loved one, head to WSLS.com. Jenna Zipton, 10 News, working for you.
All right, thank you, Jenna. And we've reached out to the nursing home for comment, but have not heard back.